Your professional opinions independent.
Full Measure with Cheryl Atkinson. Sunday morning at 10 on ABC7.
Tonight, the president's new threat, nationwide relief as the government grinds back into gear after President Trump's border wall setback. But is the president stoking new uncertainty about another shutdown with time ticking on the current 3-week fix? Catastrophic dam collapse, the deadly sea of mud, hundreds feared missing, more than 30 people killed. That death toll expected to spike. Also tonight, the fatal collision between a school bus and a moving train. The middle school student killed. Another child airlifted to the hospital. How did this happen? Police Russian roulette? Investigators say a dangerous game between police officers in the middle of the night turned deadly. A female officer shot and killed. And ICE rescue. A teenager screaming for help. Officers trying to rescue him when suddenly the ice cracks. An officer falling in, and then another. How they all got out.
From ABC News, this is ABC World News Tonight.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday. I'm Tom Yamas, and we begin tonight with the federal government slowly coming back to life amid new concerns that the president, who just ended the longest government shutdown in history, may soon shut the government down again. The president signaling clashes ahead in a series of tweets after signing that 3-week reprieve without receiving any money for his border wall. Some 800,000 workers and their families whose income had ground to a standstill head back to work, but this all may be short-lived as new anxiety begins over what will happen next. ABC White House correspondent Tara Palmieri starts us off.
Tonight, with the government open for less than 24 hours, the president already warning it could close again. After signing a spending bill to fund the government for just 3 weeks, Trump tweeting, 21 days goes very quickly. Negotiations with Democrats will start immediately. Will not be easy to make a deal. Both parties very dug in. We will build the wall. A threat echoed at the end of his Rose Garden remarks.
If we don't get a fair deal from Congress, the government will either shut down on February 15th again, or I will use the powers afforded to me under the laws and the Constitution of the United States to address this emergency.
President Trump stating he could declare a national emergency, bypassing Congress to build his wall. Something Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi is insisting Democrats won't budge on.
Have I not been clear on the wall? Okay. No, I have been very clear on the wall.
Pelosi scoring a political victory over Trump, who reopened the government without getting any of his $5.7 billion for the wall. He's now facing backlash from conservatives for failing to deliver on a key campaign promise.
We're building that wall. We will build the wall. The wall is going to be built 100%.
He promised something for 18 months, and he lied about it.
800,000 federal employees will return to work after struggling for over a month, missing 2 paychecks, now worried they'll be in the same position in a few weeks.
They're going to try to do in 3 weeks what they can do in 5 weeks. So any one of us that ask, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to shut down the government again. That's what we all think. They're going to do it again. You know, because what? A vanity wall?
All right, Tara Palmieri at the White House tonight. Tara, the clock is ticking. That last worker we just heard from in your report doesn't seem confident they're going to figure this out for the long term. What are Republican and Democratic leaders pledging to do right now?
Well, Tom, a bipartisan group of lawmakers will hold a conference committee to try to find some sort of compromise on border security. In the meantime, the White House will continue to promote a border wall and try to pick off rank and file Democrats. But, Tom, sources tell me that while the president can let the government shut down again in a few weeks, it's more likely that he'll call a national emergency. They have a draftable plan ready to go. Tom?
Which would be another major development in all of this. The clock is ticking, as we said. All right, Tara, thank you. We turn to another big story we're following in Brazil, the catastrophic dam collapse. Workers on a lunch break when that dam gave way, unleashing a deadly sea of mud. Hundreds still missing, and the death toll expected to soar. ABC's Ariel Reshef with the latest.
Harrowing images of helicopters swooping in, rescue crews pulling sludge-soaked victims to safety. Tonight, the desperate search for nearly 300 people feared washed away after that catastrophic dam burst in southern Brazil. At least 40 confirmed dead, that number expected to sharply climb.
Dessa vez é uma tragédia
The mining CEO calling it a human tragedy. We are likely talking about a large quantity of victims. We don't know how many there are, he said. The Vale Dam rupturing Friday in the mining-heavy state of Minas Gerais, sending rushing red water tearing through the company's mine offices and a busy cafeteria during lunchtime. The CEO saying more than 250 employees are unaccounted for. The same area still recovering from a large dam collapse in 2015 that killed 19, the worst environmental disaster in Brazil's history.
And tonight, that river of mining waste is raising widespread fears of contamination. But Tom, those daring rescues you just saw there have led in part to rescuing about 40 people, and those operations are continuing tonight.
Right, but hundreds still missing,
Yes.
and time is of the essence. All right, Ariel, thank you. Back here at home, we turn to the brutal cold. You can feel it on Lake Superior tonight in Minnesota, where a clipper system is getting ready to drop some more snow, followed by plunging polar temperatures. Those chunks of ice already building up in Ohio, west of Cleveland, potentially record-breaking wind chills in places all over the country. Let's go to Rob Marciano right now, who's in Central Park with the forecast. And Rob, it is getting cold out there.
It is, Tom, and we were looking more and more like an historic cold snap, plus the snow you mentioned to boot. So let's get right to the maps. We have winter storm warnings that are posted for parts of Wisconsin, Iowa, and Minnesota. And as this clipper comes in Monday morning, we're going to see a snowy rush for Chicago and Detroit, and then it moves for the evening rush on Tuesday, New York I-95, a rain-snow mix there. We're going to see some snow out of this, mostly 6 to 12 inches, I think, mostly north of I-90 from Minnesota in through Milwaukee, Minneapolis as well. But the big story is going to be this dangerous cold. Look at these numbers as we head towards Wednesday morning. Wind chills will be 50 to 60 degrees below zero. Chicago and the upper Midwest, that is dangerous cold. Keep the kids and pets inside and cover up if you have to be out. Tom.
Negative 60s in some parts of the Midwest. Crazy. All right, Rob, thanks so much. We now go to Texas and the tragic moment of impact between a moving train and a school bus. Take a look at that right there. The bus driver was taking children home at the time. One student was pronounced dead at the scene. Here's ABC's Adrian Bankert.
Tonight, a community in shock following the death of a middle school student when a train crashed into his school bus.
Athens Fire Department is requesting assistance on a train accident involving a bus.
On Friday, 70 miles outside of Dallas, police say the bus drove over a portion of track with no way of alerting drivers of an oncoming locomotive.
There's no warning lights there. There were only the crossbuck signs in place. There were no arms. There were no bells.
The impact pushing the bus a quarter of a mile. First responders arrive within 3 minutes to find the dead 13-year-old boy and an injured 78-year-old driver outside the bus. The only other student on board, a 9-year-old girl, was critically injured and trapped inside.
It required a considerable amount of force to extricate her from the area of entrapment.
That girl is now in stable condition as police investigate the cause of the crash. A community mourns.
Right now, we're all hurting.
In a statement just released by police, we are told the driver did stop but then continued into the path of that westbound Union Pacific train. We're also told that a witness reports hearing the train's horn sound as it approached that intersection. Tom, we're told this bus driver had a clean driving record.
Still so many questions there, though. All right, Adrian, thank you. Next to Roger Stone fighting back tonight. The president's longtime friend and associate on the offense this weekend after yesterday's special counsel indictment. Seen giving a thumbs up to photographers outside his home there in South Florida, slamming that indictment and going after the special counsel moments ago, Robert Mueller. More now from ABC's Lana Zach.
Tonight, Roger Stone out on bail and fighting back.
I guess it's an effort to intimidate me, but I am not intimidated. The allegation that two campaign officials instructed me or inquired of me about WikiLeaks is false.
Stone, a longtime political advisor and friend of President Trump, who bragged about a history of dirty tricks, was indicted on 5 counts of false statements, 1 count of obstruction, and 1 count of witness tampering.
WikiLeaks, I love WikiLeaks.
Investigators allege Stone was an intermediary between the Trump campaign and WikiLeaks, which published Democratic emails that had been stolen by Russia. Stone denies being involved.
I never received any of the WikiLeaks disclosures. I never discussed this with Donald Trump.
The court documents also allege that Stone attempted to intimidate another witness, threatening him with a reference from The Godfather. And investigators allege that Stone went so far as to call that witness a rat, threatening the witness's dog, even writing in an email, "I am so ready, let's get it on, prepare to die," expletive. Stone is no stranger to a special counsel investigation.
I was the youngest person to go to the Watergate grand jury. My parents called me on the phone. They were mortified. I thought it was pretty cool.
And this time around, Stone relishing the limelight that surrounded him outside of court yesterday, saying this when asked directly if he'll cooperate with the special counsel.
Will you in any way cooperate with the special counsel's office?
Since I was not contacted prior to the charges today, and my lawyers have not talked to the special prosecutors, I don't want to address that question, but I have made it clear I will not testify against the president.
All right, we will have to wait and see if he ever cooperates. Lana joins us now from Washington. Lana, Roger Stone also on social media tonight attacking, among others, the special counsel?
That's right. He seems to be poking fun at the entire investigation, Tom. On Instagram, he is selling T-shirts. He's saying that the special counsel investigation has nothing on him, even posting a photoshopped image of the head of that investigation, Robert Mueller. Tom?
Lana Zach for us tonight. Lana, thank you. And this programming note, Roger Stone facing new questions tomorrow on This Week in a very big interview with George Stephanopoulos. Be sure to tune in. Now to the case in St. Louis raising many questions tonight. A police officer charged in the shooting death of a fellow officer accused of playing a deadly game of Russian roulette. ABC's Zachary Keish picks up the story.
Tonight, one officer is dead and another has been charged with her death in what authorities are calling a game gone wrong. Police say 24-year-old Caitlin Alex was off duty and hanging out with two fellow officers when she was shot and killed early Thursday morning. Two of them were allegedly playing with their service weapons at the apartment of 29-year-old officer Nathaniel Hendren, seen here at his 2017 graduation ceremony. According to prosecutors, Hendren produced a revolver and initiated a game in which the gun cylinder is emptied, then a bullet is put back in the gun. In what sounds like a game of Russian roulette, the two colleagues allegedly exchanged turns pointing the gun at each other and pulling the trigger, when Hendren allegedly fired the fatal shot. Police say Hendren and another male officer were on the clock when the shooting happened.
As much as it saddens me and my staff to file these charges, Caitlin and her family deserve accountability and justice.
Tonight, Hendren is on administrative leave as he faces these charges, the most serious, involuntary manslaughter. Now, there are two separate investigations going on. One's happening internally, and the other one's happening in collaboration with the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Tom?
Zachary Keish with those new details tonight. Zachary, thank you. Now to the miracle in the North Carolina woods. 3-year-old Casey Hathaway recovering tonight. Police say he somehow survived heavy rains and freezing temperatures alone in the woods for days. Now back in his mother's arms. Here's ABC's Marcus Moore.
Tonight, the family of 3-year-old Casey Hathaway revealing he is healthy and smiling after spending more than 2 nights alone in the woods, temperatures at times below freezing.
He is good. He's up and talking. He's already asked to watch Netflix.
And the neighbor who alerted police now describing a miracle in the making.
Just heard a small cry. It was really faint.
EMS Captain Shane Greer following those cries into the woods, wading through waist-high water, finding Casey tangled in vines, unable to move.
What did he look like at that point? He was verbal to us. I mean, he was, really cold. As we warmed him up, he became more responsive.
Casey found just a quarter mile from his great-grandmother's house in rural North Carolina, where he was last seen Tuesday afternoon.
It's been at least 45 minutes because we've been looking all in the woods for him.
Police calling Casey a little trooper, telling us about a new friend the boy says he made in the woods.
His mother did come out and said, he told us for the past 2 days one of his friends was a bear. And I can only hope that, maybe some bear was there with him.
Maybe Mama Bear was there.
Right, Mama Bear was with him, protecting him.
His family tonight grateful for the searchers who refused to give up, saying even Casey recognizes their dedication.
Casey saw his picture. He said, Aunt Bree, that's me. And I said, Casey, all these people were looking for you, trying to find you. And he goes, yay.
And Tom, a relative says tonight that Casey is out of the hospital and is doing well. And this community that rallied around his family is thankful for that. Tom.
Incredible. He's back with his family tonight. All right, Marcus, thank you. And there is much more ahead on World News Tonight this Saturday. Armed and dangerous and on the run, the deadly shooting spree the young man police believe went after his own family members, the urgent manhunt at this hour. Plus, the possible danger on wheels and on our sidewalks and streets, mounting injuries from these popular scooters, what a new medical report shows tonight. And icy rescue, the dramatic moments caught on body cam, police plunging into frigid